Lake High School has had a few labels in the past couple of years. 7 years ago, a tornado struck their school, destroying every part of it, making them known as the Tornado School. Well, this year, they'll have a new label, the National Jefferson Award Gold Banner winners. The Jefferson Awards celebrate the best in public service to America. The award is given to those who fulfill high ideals of public service. Although the Students in Action group at Lake High School were extremely dedicated to service and helping others, they were very hesitant to compete for the Jefferson Awards this year.
This year, our leadership team was kind of worried, I guess, about competing because they didn't want service to be a competition. You shouldn't compete when it comes to service. However, Christina and I worked with them and let them understand that sometimes healthy competition brings out the good in people. And by competing, we were able to get so much more done. We impacted so many more people. We fed 50,000 meals since last summer. That's a lot. And we did that because we knew we were competing for the cookie drop. We knew we were competing for Feed Your Neighbor. We knew we were competing with other schools. And so we set really lofty goals, and then we were able to achieve them knowing that we were competing with other schools. So just starting with that, we got the competition rolling. So very early in the year, Rebecca's our president, she and I started working on gathering evidence and photographs and making sure that we had everything that we needed in order to put out a really great video and really great information for the judges. And we knew we were going to win. We knew we were winning the Toledo region. There was no doubt in my mind. How could anybody beat us? We put in so much work and we impacted so many people in our whole school. Just the atmosphere in our school last year was it was all about service and caring for other people. So there was no doubt in my mind that we were going to win.
And the Lake High School Students in Action group did just that. They won the Toledo Regional Jefferson Awards, which allowed them to represent their school in Washington, D.C. over the summer.
Once we were there, I personally wasn't sure that the competition was still going on. I thought we were just going to be recognized, and I knew that I had to give a speech about what we did, but I thought we were just sharing so that our video could be shown in the official thing. And then they told me, oh no, you're actually competing for a national award. And that was crazy.
Even though the students weren't really aware they were competing in DC, their regional director, Christina White, knew and found out well in advance that they were about to be national winners.
Got a call from Jefferson Awards to say, are you sitting down? Because Lake just took it all. And I literally started to collapse on my kitchen floor. I'm like, oh my goodness, because I wanted it for them. It had nothing to do with, again, accolades for the Toledo region. It had to do with the process of working with these leaders. Some of them I worked with for almost 3.5 years. Ms. Schauwicker I worked with that long, and watching their commitment to service and wanting them to have the validation that what they have done. People look at Lake High School often and they see this phoenix rising from the ashes of the tornado, and they fought me every step of the way to even reference the tornado, because that's so not, it's a part of who they are, but it's not why they do what they do. But to have them recognized nationally again for what they've chosen to do for other people in this community, it's a heady feeling to be part of it. So knowing that they were going to hear from the national stage and what their reaction would be, they gave me a little bit of challenge at the beginning of the year that they didn't want to compete. They've got a really strong program, and they challenged me a little bit, and I said, how can you not? And then as we watched the process and watched their growth and watched them push themselves farther than I think they even thought they might go, was, again, validation for me for Students in Action and the strength of what we're trying to do in all of the high schools. It served as a role model for the other high schools in the Toledo region that you should be recognized for service. You should, and what it can do to the culture on your campus where you're coming together. That's what we should be doing as adults, and getting out of the way and letting them soar. And like the Flyers certainly did this time, to watch them in Washington was just before, during, and after. I think it mattered to them. They wanted it. We'd be silly if we said, and if they humbly try to tell you that they didn't, I will tell you that, yeah, they did. And yes, I wanted it for them, but to see and to listen to them, that it really, that night, it wouldn't have mattered if they got the gold, the silver, the bronze, or no medal. It was just being in the room with people and that validation was enough at that moment, and that was pretty special.
And of course, as most people involved in service will tell you, it's not about the personal recognition. But because this label isn't a personal achievement, it's a school and community award, the Students in Action Group are beyond proud to bring this title back to Lake High School.
I guess the world kind of likes to label things. You know, we've been known as the tornado school since we got hit by a tornado. And it's nice to be known as the school that serves others. You know, the school that has this national award for just serving others and having a passion for it. You know, it's an honor.